everyone, welcome to this video. My name is Christian from Beyond Premiere, and if you're a fan of Shogun, you know that episode 9 was a real tearjerker. We had to say goodbye to Mariko, one of the show's most beloved characters. Her death was a huge shock, and it left us with a lot of questions. So in this video, we're going to explore into what happened, explain why Mariko met such a tragic end, and explore how her death will impact the upcoming battle of Sekigahara, as well as the fate of our other favorite characters. Welcome, and let's begin. So episode 9 starts with Mariko heading to Osaka with Blackthorn on a mission from Toranaga. While it seems like they're going to surrender, Mariko actually got a secret plan to rescue the hostages held captive in Osaka Castle. Things get tense right away, especially with the Portuguese keeping a close eye on everything going on. They know something big is about to happen and they want to make sure they're on the winning side.
War is coming.
Meanwhile, Mariko faces a difficult choice. She has to decide whether following her heart and her duty to Toranaga. As the director for this episode, Fred, explains, she needed to be completely focused on the mission. She had to be completely hell-bent on seeing through Toranaga's plan. This determination leads Mariko to make a bold move. She stands up to Ishido and announces she's leaving Osaka with the hostages, declaring, this resistance puts Ishido in a tough spot. If he lets Mariko go, it shows everyone that he's holding the nobles and their families hostage. But if he stops her, it could cause a major political crisis. Mariko's attempt to leave Osaka doesn't go as planned. Ishido guards try to stop her, leading to a fight. As actress Anna describes, it was so empowering because Mariko never gets to fight like that. There was no holding back. Sadly, Mariko and her small group are outnumbered and outmatched. She realized she cannot escape, and falling to obey Toranaga's orders is unbearable for her. So she makes a heartbreaking decision to commit seppuku. Mariko asks for someone to be her second in this act, but everyone's too afraid to help. She's left alone, facing death. And the scene is incredibly emotional. As Rachel, the co-creator, explains, the show, she knows what this means and she's going to see it through. Seeing Mariko despair and knowing he cannot bear to lose her, Blackthorn steps forward and offers to be her second. This act shows her the depth of his love and his understanding of Mariko's belief. He's willing to put aside his own feelings and help her die with honor. Their final moments together in this scene are filled with sadness and a sense of understanding. Blackthorn finally understands the weight of Mariko's sacrifice and the importance of her role in shaping the future of Japan. As Fred describes it, her role in that experience was massive. Her sacrifice was for a much greater cause. Just as Blackthorn is ready to fulfill Mariko's wish, Ishido comes in and grants her permission to leave. It seems like a victory, but as we find out, it's all part of a larger, more sinister plan. While everyone celebrates Mariko's apparent victory, Yabushige is secretly plotting with Ishido. He betrays Toranaga and allows a group of shinobi, the ninjas, to infiltrate the castle. Their mission to capture Mariko and prevent her escape. As Mariko and Blackthorn shared a moment of intimacy after their ordeal, chaos begins and they're forced to flee with the other hostages. Yabushige pretends to be surprised by the attack, further solidifying his role as a double-crossing snake. The group barricades themselves in the storeroom, but the ninjas are relentless. They plant explosive on the door, leaving Mariko and the others trapped. In the final act, Mariko chooses to sacrifice herself to protect the others. She stands against the door as it explodes. Her final words, a protest against Ishido. Her death is a tragic loss, but it's also a powerful symbol of resistance and hope. Her courage and the loyalty inspired those around her and set the stage for a new era in Japan. As Rachel explains, Mariko is going to somehow gain resolution to all that she lost and all that she suffered over the years. Her sacrifice exposed Ishido's true colors and weakens his hold on power. It also ignites a fire within Blackthorn, who now understands the true cost of Toranaga's ambition and the sacrifices required for change. Episode 9 leaves us with a sense of sadness, but also anticipating the final showdown in episode 10. But Mariko's death changes everything. A crimson sky that will forever change the course of Japanese history. The creator said she believed so much in her lord and Toranaga's plan that she was willing to give her life for it. She was willing to give out things that were her dreams of freedom and the other things that made her close to Blackthorn. But the events of this episode, episode 9, as well as the events of Crimson Sky, have far more reaching consequences for everyone involved. Blackthorn's eyes are open to the hard realities of this world, and he must now decide where his loyalties lie and what he's willing to fight for. Toranaga, on the other hand, faces the emotional burden of Mariko's sacrifice and the potential political fallout from Yabushige's betrayal. But the stage is set for the Battle of Sekigahara in episode 10. The episode title, A Dream of a Dream, hints at a sense of shattered hopes. For Blackthorn, this dream is his vision of Toranaga and his plans for Japan. But the episode title sounds kind of sad. It makes us think that maybe someone's hope and dreams have not worked out the way they wanted. And going back to the episode 9 ending with a ninja attack, which might seem like a sudden small hint or hit of action, but it's actually carefully added into the story, reflecting the show's unique approach to balancing action and character development. As the director Fred, action in this particular series has both in the writing and in the execution being done in a kind of very subtle way. Like, we're not going for action pieces, but instead of focusing on the spectacle, the show used action sequence to reveal deeper truth about the characters and their motivations. The ninja attack is a prime example of this. It's not just a random fight, it's a culmination of Yabushige being a snake, Ishido's desperation, and Mariko's unwavering loyalty. This is emphasized by this. Fred explained the following: "We wrote a story for everything that was happening. Yabu allows the team to come in the back door, making that a Yabu moment that was the critical thing. Even within the action, the focus remains on the characters, emotions, and relationships. The scene between Mariko and Blackthorn before the explosion is filled with sadness and also a sense of understanding, showcasing the connection that they build. As Fred describes it, it's a sad moment. Blackthorn begins to understand the gravity of her role. But Mariko's fate is a central theme throughout the series, and episode 9 highlights the role it plays in her life and decisions. From the opening flashback, we see how she was in her religion and how she found, and being a Catholic, her peace and hope after her family's tragic death. It became a source of power and guiding light during her darkest moments, which is presented in her final words, which demonstrate the strength she draws from her religion, even in the fate of the unknown. Her final words against Ishido demonstrated the strength she draws from her religion, even in the face of the unknown. With Mariko's tragic death and the Battle of Sekigahara in episode 10, the finale promised to be an emotional and impactful conclusion. Cannot wait to see it. Get ready for hopefully some answers. My name is Christian from Beyond Premiere. Thank you so much for watching. For the comments, I really appreciate all the support you have been giving this channel. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.